Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Maybe I haven't gotten Twitch open yet. But wherever you happen to be, this is Risco in Tokyo coming at you with some more. Maybe Risk of Rain. I mean, we should be past the buffer zone by this point. So, yes, it looks like we are in fact live. Why are you not on mute? Why do you hate me? Also, like, I flayed my finger today, and it's my pinky, so that's not going to really affect the stream, but it kind of hurts when I rub it against anything. Quill splats on the ground with a funny little fart sound before reforming like a cartoon character. Quill, if you want to just chill out and lurk tonight, like, that's super 100% okay. Not going to push. I know how bad days feel, so... But I'm glad that you're here, at least with us. We are doing a little bit of Risk of Rain. And that's just what it's going to be, I guess. Because we wrapped up the, not all the LBP stuff, but like, we wrapped up the extra LBP content on Monday. So yeah, we're Risk of Raining it. Right. What? You know, just stick with... No, don't change the difficulty. That would be a problem. Stick with Engineer. Engineer is best. Did we have artifacts? Yeah, okay. Cool. Right. I don't remember anything. Basically, I remember nothing. I didn't need to do that. But, I mean, it's gonna work for us, but I still didn't need to do that. We don't need money, because we have, I need money. But, in the game we don't need money, because we're gonna have enemies dropping crap when they die. Maybe. It claims that's what's gonna happen. But I think that means that we don't get any, hey crab. That was a crab. Crabulation? Trials and crabulations. We should be able to do something with that, I think. Trials and crabulations. I mean, it sounds like a good thing, though. I think. I would not mind some crabulations. I'd be okay with that. Now, enemies, you're supposed to be spawning stuff for us to play with. And you do not appear to be doing that. So, I must say that I am a little bit cheeseored by your... Oh, that's not what we want. We want... Where's my... There, okay. Hi, I can think, I can brain. Braining is possible. Well, you gave us something. You gave us an alien head. Which is not what I needed. Also, I don't need this Kirby Crackle. It's crackling. The Kirby Crackle is on for reals. And I hate that. Oh my god, it is so crackly. Are we, oh, it's still 50 seconds. We got so long. And they give us no toys. We need more toys, thank you. I would like the toys. Where does he get his wonderful toys? It's because he bankrolls his own company. Because he's rich. Hitting enemies drops dynamite, used to detonate. I like that. That sounds exciting. Oh my god, crowbar? Please? Yes, thank you. Oh my god, the crackle. Please, you must stop. This crackle is uncalled for. Oh! You can only use... It's got a cooldown on it? What the hell? I hate that. I'm disappointed. I didn't realize it was going to have a cooldown. Fine. Just do your cooldown then. See if I care. You think you're so cool... Well, no, I guess it doesn't. That's the problem, is that it doesn't think it's cool, it thinks it's hot. Now, I'm a little bit cheeseored that we got the piggy bank, because it's useless to us. I'm feeling a little bit better. Getting stuck with the work stuff set off my rejection sensitivity dysphoria, and it jumps straight to the dark stuff. I had to do the autistic forehead bop to get it out of my head, but it seems to have worked. Does that... I've never tried that. I mean, I don't think I'm autistic, but like I could periodically use a method to get stuff out of my head because nothing else seems to work. So maybe I should give that a try. I mean, just because it's an autistic forehead bop doesn't mean that it's only applicable or functional for autistic folks. Question. This just popped in my mind right now. That was even for hitting yourself in the head a bit. I mean, I didn't know. It could have been, you know, it could have been like a thing. There is so much that I don't know, Quill. Okay, there is so much dynamite on the ground, and that is beautiful for us. Poof! Ooh, how'd you like me now, baby? I wish there was just like a sick bop of a song that just deleted RSD. That would be nice. We'd be okay with that. Prison shackles? Metaphor for life? I don't need you? Metaphor. I mean, what's a metaphor anyways? Selling more splat books. And I don't need any more splat books, thank you very much. I have all the ones that I could possibly need. I forget where the teleporter is. Because I'm goofy, apparently. I just, like, I trucked off someplace and I completely forgot where the teleporter was. Way to go, us. I'm glad that you're feeling better, though. That's the important thing. I'm gonna be teaching about metaphors tomorrow. I mean, just grab yourself some White Wolf books and you're fine. I think that's all the meta you could possibly need. Thankfully, I'm good with that one. Wait, where's... Oh, because you're the remaining enemy. Right, okay, so where's the teleporter? The world is metaphor made meat. So, I mean, there's that. I could use a little less metaphor in my life, I feel like. I feel like the uni students are gonna get like way too much mileage out of term papers about the metaphor in my life, and I don't appreciate it, really. I should get listed as co-author. I totally should be get listed as co-author. There we are. Oh, right, because we fell through the world because there was a hole. Again, metaphor. Oh, but is Acrid on the other side of the map? I forget. Like, not that it does us any good to kill Acrid, but... Oh, hey, I'll take it. I'll grab this teleporter. Thank you very much. We got whorls. Oh my gosh, Wandering Vagrant. You are so cute. Honestly, you're just gorgeous. Us, Hiruna, how you doing? Hiruna, I spent like all last night making that goofy scene queen, and it's the simplest thing in the world, and it took me honestly forever. And then this morning I was like, oh, I'll just fix up my teleporter system so that it works off of one input and it can be backed out of, and I'll just like change it around completely. And it took like 30 minutes. I don't... how? It's like simple logic that involves wobble bolts. Oh, I can't do that. But nested microchips, yeah, oh yeah, sure. Like, no problem. We're all good with that one. It do be like that sometimes. It do. Honestly, I should not have been screwing around with create mode yesterday. I should have just like chilled with some Isaac. That was my idea originally, because I had no brain power. Because yesterday was a lot. Not a bad a lot, but it was just like, it was just a lot. And I was like, you know what? I've got no brain power. I should just do the Isaac and just chill. And then I got the idea. I was like, no, I've been thinking about the Scene Queen, so I'll just do that. It'll take like 2 minutes. It'll be no problem at all. 3 hours later, that character's like only going to show up for about 20 seconds in the level too, I think. The teleporter system, it do be nice. It's a little bit chonky as far as thermo goes. I mean, it's not like massive, but it's you know, it is appreciable. I got to watching Shin Godzilla after chickening out yesterday night. Oh, how was it? Did you enjoy it? This is a toxic mother. It's a good film. I'm glad that you liked it. I'm glad you had a good time with it. I watched it on, you know, they had it running on the telly, like ages back, and I mostly remember it, I think, but it's been a while. Or maybe it just feels like it's been a while. I don't know. It's hard to say sometimes. Oh shit! Bob wire? Give me the bob wire. I've come to the realization that I'm still not living for positive goals, just sticking around for various reasons. So my positive goal at the moment is to set more positive long-term goals. Quill, the deep mood on that one. I want to be able to do that. And I have not been able to swing the trick yet. And it kind of gets on my tits a little bit. Oh shoot, what the heck happened right there? Yo, did we lose the stream for like 20 seconds? Okay, I guess I'm still streaming. What the heck? What was that? I hope that doesn't mean like I've got a two-part stream now, because that would make me really unhappy. It's hard. It is really hard. It is really hard, and I hate it. I'm tired of hard stuff. I just want stuff to be easy for a little bit. This is not likely to happen. I am setting a small goal. I am no longer going to be saying it gets on my as of yet non-existent tits, because I kind of feel like that is I kind of feel like it's just a little bit nagging on myself. So from now on, it's just gonna be straight flat. Wait, no, that's not the way I want to put it. It's just gonna be, it gets on my tits. Period. We're just gonna assume that the tits are existent. Even if they're not. Currently. It's a short-term goal, but, like, I do think it's one with merit. Oh, that's right, we do have Hopo Feather. So we should hope, Bo. One thing I kind of want to try to do, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this so that it's what I want to say, because I have the feeling it's like one of those things that like it could easily be phrased poorly. I want to try to live a little more selfishly, if that makes sense. Like, I tend to externalize my reasons for living a lot, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't, like, I think I use that as an excuse to not, like, live for myself, if that makes any sense. And I don't think ultimately that does me very good. I need to get away from the strategy of reminding myself that I can't shuffle off till I'm seen as a woman. It feels like it's tainting the joy. Mood? Yes! The joy of transition, excuse me. Yes. 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 You are speaking to my heart, Quill. I will activate the teleporter, thank you very much. Oh god, these things are doing a lot of damage. I need them to not do any damage, honestly. Could you not do any more damage to me? That would be cool. I would be cool with that. I forget that we're, like, because we've kind of been speedrunning things, even though the game is technically on easy difficulty, like, we are still kind of a glass cannon, because we have no HP. God, this track is so good. This is such a fabulous track. Maybe I'll use this for the video that I'm doing right now. I don't know if this is actually on my PS4 though. I bet that did split the video. That cheeses me off, but that's life. Okay, could we have help? I also get the living more selfishly thing. I don't know, I don't know. There was a long period of my life, and to some extent maybe I'm still in it, where I kind of set a lot of obligations for myself, so I would have an excuse not to do something deleterious and permanent. And that's like, again, it's not bad precisely. Like, it is good to live for other people, but it's not like you can't just... I feel like you can't just do that. Like, there has to be some living because you want specifically to live. Or it kind of makes things a bit hard to... Well, for one thing, hard to motivate, hard to actually move forward in your life. It's easy to just kind of maintain where you are as long as you're kind of meeting those obligations that you've set to yourself. I've spent too much time laboring for others and being a bystander in their lives. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not crying. Not. I should. Honestly, I could use it. I don't seem to be capable of tears recently. Despite the fact that I deeply, deeply need to cry. Um, but I'm kind of close. Because that's a whole mood, Quill. That's a whole kind of mood. I would like the both of us to get to a place where we're, like, living for ourselves as well as for the people that we care about. Well, I'm glad one of us are getting it. You can cry for me too if you want. I would be touched. It's this Chris Christodoulou music that just brings it out. This music speaks directly to the heart. It gets easier to hit that point on the HRT. I wanna be on the HRT so bad. I wanna be on the HRT so bad that, like, I was not idly thinking about, like, why don't we just move back to the United States? Because it'd be way easier to navigate that system. And, you know, then I kind of took a look at everything that was happening in the United States right now, and it was like, yeah, okay, so that one's not gonna work out, but like, the mood was there. The mood was definitely there. I don't know, like, how people are living in the States though right now. It just, like, cost of living, like, even if you don't consider, although, you know, impossible in our situations, but even if you don't consider, like, the being trans angle and the fact that there's a lot of folks who really, really don't like queer folks right now, well, always, but, like, are very aggressive about it, like, just basic cost of living is absurd. I mean, it ain't super cheap here, but although the prices, like, they've been, everybody's talking about, like, everybody here in this case means, like, companies, everybody, not, like, people, everybody, but everybody's been talking about, like, raising prices, so I think it's gonna swing around this way. Everything here's always cost too much, but it's going wild. Honestly, it seems like it everywhere. I know, like, energy prices have gone up just unbelievably. But basic staples are gonna go up, and they are apparently gonna go through with this, raise the sales tax 15%? Raise it to 15%, not raise it by 15%. That would be impossible to survive. But because that would be a 25% sales tax. I mean, I don't even know. Like, there's gonna be riots soon. I mean, I'm expecting it. Not expecting riots here, but expecting riots someplace. There's simply too much going on right now. And to toss... Oh, Des! Wonderful to see you, even if you're lurking. Please lurk away, you are always welcome. I mean, to toss cost of living increases on top of everything that's been going on... You're not wrong. I mean, somebody was saying I was in a Discord and somebody was talking about how because it's easier for companies to kind of like track shoplifting these days, that what a lot of companies have been doing has been waiting until somebody has shoplifted enough to make it a felony. So like you're going down for like the real hard time. And if you can't even shoplift anymore, then I don't know what people could do. I just finished testing a load of online forums, so busy getting the issues sorted. You're all good, Des. You're welcome, even if it's only in spirit. Lots of places you need to go over 1,000k in thefts. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure what it is specifically in the US. And it would vary by state. It would be a state-to-state issue. But I wasn't, like, when I was living in the US, I wasn't in the situation where, like, I needed to be shoplifting to survive. So, I don't really have that kind of data on hand. But I could totally see companies doing that. I would like a keycard game because I really think that we need to have the medical bay open. So if you could give me a keycard, that would be super chill. I would be super chill with that. I would be down. I would consider that fly. Because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to beat the boss without the medical supplies. Shoot. How many hopo feathers do we have? Oh, just 2, but I keep on catching on the ladder. Could you just give me a key card, please? Nope. Nope, just not gonna do that for us. Alright, like, well, we're gonna give it a shot. It is on drizzle. So, oh wait, we gotta open up another one of these doors. Alright, last chance for keycard. Or death. Holy shnikes. All this talk in my first pay has been a mess. I am so sorry to hear that. Would you like us to change the subject, Hiruna? Because if it's something that's causing you stress, it's not like an important enough topic to... Well, I mean, it is an important topic, but it's not such an important topic that I want to cause you stress over it. Alice! It is wonderful to see you, Alice. I hope you're doing very, very well. Okay, it's not that. Alice, I have to listen to your podcast tomorrow. Oh, it's Hive! It is wonderful to see you as well. Both you and Alice and everybody. It is wonderful to see all of you. I hope that you are doing exceptionally well. I could tell you, if we need a short, brief topic to bring a little bit of cheer. I got a cheap sweater yesterday, and it is incredibly gender. Sneak preview for what we're going to cover on the next pod, because it's funny. I would love to hear it. What are you going to cover on the next pod? Hive, it is like... It is mid to late 90s Midwest aesthetic in sweater form, And that's like, that is pure gender. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. Apparently my gender is, Veruca Salt's American Thighs. I didn't know if it was gonna work when I saw it in the shop. I was like, you know, it's kind of where I want to be, with myself. And then I got home and I tried it on, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. This is the jam. I'm never taking this fucking thing off. It's very fuzzy. And it's kind of like this maroon big check. Like maroon and gray check. I don't know, it just screams like mid to late 90s Midwest. Alice, why are you gonna talk about the Minions? Why are you gonna do that to yourself? You don't need to prove anything to us. Are you gonna talk about all the Minions? Because, like, there's a lot of them. There are many Minion movies. Or at least it feels like there are many Minion movies. Although I don't think any of them are Gemini movies. Wait, the random number generator gave you Minions. What the fuck? You need a new random number generator. Because that's cruelty, that's punishment, is what that is. It gave me Despicable Me and Megamind. Okay, I still need to watch Megamind. I've heard things about it. People seem to like it, but then again, like, people seem to like a lot of shit, so... Oh, I should definitely be using the Meteor. Because Meteor is great. A challenge! Yes! Eat my challenge! You like Megamind? Okay. The Minions are, like... The Minions are vampires from White Wolf? Wait, was it... Wait, what game was it where they were just like... yes, our group is the most evil group that has controlled everything through history, except for the Nazis. We totally didn't have anything to do with them. That was like a particularly poor choice though, Hype. Like, honestly, they had to have known. Somebody in the writing crew must have been like, hey, wait a minute. How do we swing the Nazis here? I don't think that was vampires. Okay. I'm trying to remember, like, what game it was. A 90s tabletop RPG. And there was like, they made like a really big point about it. Like, oh yeah, all our guys are all evil and terrible, and they're all immortal, but yeah, the Nazis did it all on their own. One of the early vampire books, Berlin, I think, had a Nazi vampire, and I think was a Malkavian who thought he was Hermann Göring. It was either like Hermann Göring or Goebbels, which is like a whole thing. I don't know, like, the Malks just get shafted in everything. But that was, I'm pretty sure that was Berlin by Night. Although I think, like, the gimmick with the character was that maybe was not, in fact, that particular Nazi. Because Malkavian. Might have been on the WW White Wolf side books, like Changeling or Werewolf. It wouldn't have been Werewolf, because I never read any Werewolf. It could have been, well, I did read the Pentex guide and the... Yeah, the guide to Pentex I read. because I remember really hating the opening comic. It could have been Changeling. Oh, it's Kronos! How you doing? Kronos, I'm gonna have my, oh, Jesus, we are so buggered. I should have my teleport video ready tomorrow. It's 5 minutes long. Nobody's gonna watch it. Because I noticed through analytics that, like, people only generally watch about 4 seconds of my videos, which makes me feel some kind of ways, honestly. Because that's, like, not even enough to get through the title screen. Kronos says, Kronos should knock that. Hive says, guess what, I've stopped drawing. Oh, oh, fudge. Yeah, okay, I wasn't paying attention. No, the teleport doesn't take 5 minutes. Teleport is instantaneous, and it's actually, like, a really good system. It's a little bit chunky on the thermo, but I think half of that is because, like, there's a lot of decorations because it uses the checkpoints. Those Skeletor checkpoints that I set up. But I took the teleport system from... Wait, no, hold on. Let me pause this for a second. Hive, you mentioned that you had stopped the drawing. Is that okay news, or is that something that you're not happy about? Alice says Werewolf's like the worst game, both in its setting stuff, and it's just not that interesting to play. Werewolf is kind of a lot. Hive says it's news, I guess. Well, then I will take the neutral route and say, well, I hope that you come back to drawing if it brings you joy, that if you need a break from it, it's always okay to take some time off. You are not a failure for taking time off. Mage was always my favorite. I read bits and pieces of Mage. I had the Aetherite chapter book, Chantry book. Cult of Ecstasy, which... I didn't, like, have a lot of lesbian-centered media as a young squirrel, so the opening to the Cult of Ecstasy book was kind of a lot for me. I don't know if it holds up. It probably does not. But it was, like... mood. It was mood at that time. Someone drew my OC and it left me incredibly flustered. Flustered good or flustered bad? Learning bass at least. I'm glad that you're learning the bass. Wait, no, Hive, we're not unfollowing Kronos. Why? Just because Kronos missed the January deadline. Deadlines are for dead people. 'Cause they're dead. I love that, Quill. Well, I don't think that we should take that advice. Hive? I don't think that we should take that advice. I mean, I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I'm assuming like a general nimbus of internet connectivity. Fudge. I'm juggling like 12 different topics at the moment. To swing around briefly back to my teleporter, because that's the LBP one that I know that Kronos will appreciate. I took the system from the level that I published. I collapsed it down so that it was operable from any place, not just from the dolls that you were grabbing. It only needs one controlinator. It doesn't interrupt gameplay. And it only needs one output for the teleport trigger because it's actually triggering a checkpoint and then killing the player, because I realized after I published my level that you could easily abuse the teleport system to get tons of points but not have to deal with any danger. So I was like, well, we'll just make the players pay for the teleporter, and if they're the kind of people that really want points, then they won't be able to abuse it. Like the fish, how's your bass studies going? I thought of an optimal teleport system. Is it by location? That's where you love two different places? Not necessarily equal amounts, but you just love two places. It's by location. Do both the places need by lighting? I don't know. What if you just take one teleporter and make it move to different spots by the selector? I mean, I was actually kind of thinking about that. Like, one infinite life checkpoint. Like, it would work. It would be doable. Is bi-location where you love the same location you're in and other locations? I mean, I think it's just, as long as it's two or more different locations, I think you're okay. It doesn't have to be the one that you're precisely in right at the moment. Oh wait, but yeah, it would for the joke to work. Oh my god! Quill! I love it though. Smoke on the weirdo. Dun 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 dun. I was like, I'm having a cigarette right now, by the way. That's why we're just sitting on the screen, like, jamming to, Christodulo. Yesterday was, like, way too productive, and it kind of broke my brain a little bit, so there was that. I got like 10 archive episodes done. I finished one LBSP, the one for tomorrow, and I did an entire another one for next week. I made up a big pot of delicious curry. I went out and bought that sweater. I got interviewed and fashion pictures taken of me for a fashion magazine. They just grabbed me on the street. I got like a $5 gift card out of it. But then the lady got kind of weird because like I didn't want to take my mask off. She was like, we need like one picture of you with your mask off while you're holding up this sign. And I was just like trying to explain the nuance to her. Like, I don't want to normalize outdoor pictures without masks because it's hard enough to get people to wear masks as it is. And thinking about how to explain the nuance in Japanese. And then I was just like, I hate my face. And she was like, oh, okay. I got it. It was a lot easier to say I hate my face than it was to explain like why I didn't want to take my mask off, but also like I didn't want to take my mask off because I didn't want to have my face on camera. I wasn't even dressed up. Like, that was the weird thing. I was just dressed normal. Just had my black and white check skirt. I had my blue and white sweater. Like, I was super normal. I don't know like what this gal saw, but sometimes you gotta take the easy route. Like, honestly though, yeah. I mean, I had things to be doing. I didn't really want to get in a big conversation, and it would be like one of those things where I just don't like. I kind of feel like if I'd gone with the equally truthful route of wanting to keep my mask on because of Corona, that like it would just open up the doors to a conversation that I didn't necessarily want to have. I should have said I wasn't wearing makeup. Like, that would have also been honest and would have been less negative towards myself, but you know, they don't have to know that I never wear makeup. Kronos said, I once had this guy advertising some sort of credit card thing to me. I was in a hurry but didn't want to be rude, so I told him I'm homeless, so I didn't need a bank account. Not exactly a crowning achievement. I mean, honestly, questionable, but if it gets you away from somebody trying to push a credit card on you, I think you still come up smelling like roses there. In all fairness, he took the bait. He took the bait. I sort of dressed the part that day. I mean, I have been mistaken for homeless before, but I didn't have any money, and I was picking up cigarette butts off the ground, so, like, it was an easy mistake for people to make. Hedonist is probably going to dip, work tomorrow and all. Hedonist, thank you so much for spending some time with us. It is always lovely to have you here in chat. I hope your day at work tomorrow goes smoothly. I hope that you sleep well and only have good dreams. But we will see you, hopefully tomorrow. Honestly, tomorrow's a Friday, so we're going to, you know, this is 2 years in a row where we're going to have, a stream on Setsubun, and I love it. I gotta find a way around the Mac heating up my lap. I mean, yeah, that does sound like it might be something you want to invest a little bit of time into, because you don't want to hurt yourself. I'm glad that you're awake tonight, Kronos. I will take you any hours that you manage to show up, or any minutes. Quill said I got stopped by people for a charity and had to tell them that I spent my last money on 2 Subway sandwiches I was delivering to friends in the hospital, which was true, but definitely didn't sound like it. I mean, every now and then our lives do sound like a sitcom plot. I think that people should be more understanding. It can't always be helped. I think we'll go back to menu. Who do we play? I don't like the miner. I think the miner sucks. I think we play Acrid. Acrid's fun. It was my Seinfeld moment. Was there like a bass drop? Did you have a bass drop? I've told that you walked home in the rain for pork buns to a handful of people and have yet to find somebody to believe me. I told you about the first time I tried to get a tattoo. I'm pretty sure that I told that story, right? There should have been. There's a class in Unknown Armies. There's an adept class that can set up their own soundtracks, like Soundtrack to Life. I think they're Persona-mancers. It would make sense if they were. Miner's looking to be fun as hell in Returns. I haven't been, because I never do. I haven't been following the dev blogs. You sent me that nerf to Bobwire, and honestly my heart hurt a little bit. Like, why you gotta do this to my Bobwire? Bobwire didn't hurt nobody except for enemies. And they deserve to be hurt. That is the nature of the game. I've got a Titanic knurl. That sounds dirty. That sounds dirty. Also, I know it's been a while, but my cat is complaining to me again, so I think she's all better now. I gotta pause the game so I can put both of my hands in the air and say, woo! Fucking yeah! Good health for Kronos' cat! I'm really happy about that. I support cat health. We support cat health in this house. I guess the, like all the antibiotics are finished up? That's all set? We love to see a healthy, whiny baby. We do! We do! Very big on the healthy, whiny baby. That does remind me, and this is like a total aside, but speaking of cats, there's still some left on the prescription. Wait, there's still some left, but the prescription only said to use for 10 days. That's weird. Like, usually that's the opposite of how prescriptions work. Hive might be the only person to appreciate this, but the next week's Scaredy Cats, Hive, since we are talking about the cats, so I'm saying this is applicable. Next week's Scaredy Cats is about Midnight Meat Train, and how gorgeous is that gonna be? Maybe they thought I'd mess up giving her the meds because it ain't easy. That's fair. Like, giving meds to cats is definitely a thing. Oh yes! Oh yes indeed! Midnight Meat Train is a whole experience. CGI poppin'! And what's his name? Vinny Dombrowski. That's not his name. Vinny Dombrowski is the dude from Sponge. Who, while I may not be into lads, is sex on legs. Vinny Jones. See, I was half right. I was there. I was in the right realm. He was quite good in it. The only problem I have with Vinny Jones in that is that, like, Mahogany is kind of pathetic. Like, that's a whole point in the short story, is that, like, Mahogany's got this whole mythos that he's created around himself, and he doesn't quite realize just how kind of sad he is. And, like, Vinny Jones has a hard time playing anybody who's not Vinny Jones. At least, like, in what I've seen of him, which is not his entire oeuvre. Is that how you pronounce that? Oeuvre? I feel like I've got to put the tongue further back in my throat. Like, I don't think that Vinny Jones can really pull self-delusionally pathetic. Uvira! Wait, for real? Uso! I roll to disbelieve. I feel kind of dirty that I just said I roll to disbelieve, but I did, in fact, say that, and I hate it. It's French! I know it's French! I know it's French! English doesn't come up with fancy words like that. Oeuvre. The problem isn't that it's French, the problem is that oeuvre looks like it's pronounced, that's how it would be pronounced in English. Wait. Godzilla Final Wars was directed by the same dude who did Versus? Like, the zombies versus samurai versus, Yakuza? That Versus? Wait, what? I've been saying lingerie completely wrong pretty much all the way through the better half of high school. Wait, how are you saying lingerie? I am deeply interested in this. I promise I will not laugh, by the way. His recent English language movie is a disappointment. No comment now or ever. Okay, you know what? If you're not comfortable sharing it, that's all right. Lynn Jerry, there's got to be a better delivery for this joke, but like, it sounds like what the tabloids would call a hookup between Seinfeld and Manuel Lin Miranda. See, I don't have the delivery on that, but I feel like that the joke should be there. Lin Gear. Now, folks, hold up. Let's pause for a second here. Kronos said that he was not going to comment. Let's not feel like we need to push Kronos to do so. Wow, that came out like way more school marm than I really intended it to. Well, I am trying to find silly ways to say it. I mean, that's fair. You're free to speculate. I'm just never going to confirm or deny. Okay, so then we've been given license by Kronos to speculate. You didn't pronounce it fish, did you? Tell me you didn't pronounce it fish. At least tell me you didn't pronounce it fish. I'm respecting Kronos' right to keep it private. I just can't imagine how it could be worse than Lynn Jerry. Insert Jeff Goldblum quote from Jurassic Park. I did not at least pronounce it as fish. That's not how fish is spelled. I'm pretty sure that's not how fish is spelled. He made more English language movies since No One Lives. I did not watch No One Lives. See, it's spelled fish. Just like Hive says. It sounds the way it's spelled. Where is the frickin' teleporter? Ooh, that's ick. That's a whole lot of ick. No One Lives isn't great. This is a really bad randomly generated map. I hate this. I hate everything about this. Him and Vincent Cassel are like the French versions of Nick Cage. But like, isn't Jean Reno also like a sex pest? Because I don't think Nick Cave is... Nick Cave. I always do that. I don't think Nick Cage has covered himself in that particular style of shit. Oh, like people have said both that Skinamarink is really good, and also that you're better off not knowing anything about it. So I've been pretty not knowing anything about it. But I do want to see it. Hive Cluster, on the other hand, is an evil map made by evil people. Oh, does he? I hate that. I'm not a fan of that at all. Which, I mean, naturally. But... and this is why we don't put people up on pedestals. Aurora Borealis, oh my god. At this time of year, and this part of Risk of Rain, centralized entirely within this map, I mean... honestly, yeah, I could see it. Oh wait, no, that's the bit. The bit is that I can't see it. The wandering vagrant slams the door. Both Jean Reno and Vincent Cassel have some true trash. You know what I want? Like, I want a supercut of The Professional that is just Gary Oldman's parts. That would make me unbelievably happy. I watched Doberman with Ludo once. Truly a mistake. Doberman. Why is that ringing bells? It's not Danny the dog. Danny the dog is something completely different, right? Doberman is basically French Pulp Fiction. I hate every word of that. Doberman from dogs? Oh my god, Alice, you took a phrase that I already thought was like the worst set of words strung together in the English language, and somehow you made it worse. Katsukuri. Was it delicious, or have you not yet eaten it, Des? And having had 2 jobs now where I've needed to make huge amounts of katsukuri in short periods of time, I would think I'd be happy to never have katsukuri again. I think I could go my entire life. But I did have fabulous curry tonight. Oh, it's a gug. Wait, no, that's not a gug. Gugs are the blobs. I'm not gonna say that katsukuri is bad, because that would be a lie. But I am saying that I've personally had enough katsukuri to last a lifetime. Strange thing happened today. I went through my birthday card, Christmas card collection. I keep them since throwing it away since a bad taste, and somehow found $30 unclaimed. That's fabulous. I love it. I used to keep all of my holiday cards, but now I just keep the stuff that Honey Bunny gave me. Which is quite prodigious, and which I will never look at again, because it's obviously all to my dead name, and is also incredibly painful, but I can't bring myself to throw it away. It's a fairly large box, and it's very densely packed. I mean, yay, because money, but also, Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna have to, like, killinate this thing, or it's gonna killinate me. Because I will come back and read that, Kronos. Because, like, everything's gonna kill us here. Everything is gonna fucking kill us. Oh my god. I mean, yay because money, but also, am I really so far gone nowadays I don't even look at my cards? I mean, it could have been you've got a bunch of cards at once and just kind of missed it. I also still need to track down a copy of Cafe au Lait someday, which is a rom-com that he's in, directed by the Lahaine Gothka guy. Do you expect it to be good? I want a katsukuri that's very tasty, but with the energy of a cook who's very good at what they do, but just so fucking over it. I mean, Quill, you could have come to my shop. I would have hooked you up. I would have had you set. That guy's early work is really good. Okay. Dang, they're just giving us all the items here? But also, where is the actual Mother of Many? Because I would like to kill it. Are you gonna, like, summon? Oh good, we got piglets. I mean, we could farm piglets, but I don't really feel like it. Last time I had katsukuri, it was too perfect. Just so clean and boring. I mean, did you dump tons of Rakyo in it? That would probably help. I fucking love Rakyo. I would eat that shit all day. Just by itself. Ooh, 56-leaf clover. Elite moobs have a, chance to drop items, which honestly doesn't really help us. Need some scum in a pond or there'll be no fish. I mean, you're not wrong. Spelling fish wrong, but otherwise, like, your point stands. I'm the scum in the pond, and I revel in that. Every freaking sauropod and their mom just shows up. I've been sauteing mushrooms in butter and adding rice, and it's pretty good. That sounds fabulous. That sounds really good. I throw garlic in the mix because I figured it'd make it taste better. It's depending on your own personal taste. Like I find personally that it's hard to go wrong with garlic. I usually put like half a bulb of garlic in whatever I'm making, which some would claim is perhaps too much, but I would say that they are in fact completely wrong about that. Honestly though, but I try to make one bulb last 2 meals, so, cause yo, garlic is freaking expensive. Garlic is straight up silly expensive. Like a bulb of garlic is almost 300 yen. It's almost as much as the meat. Oh yeah. Sometimes you can get like old garlic, like the bit that's been pawed over and nobody wanted to buy. Sometimes you can get that for like 200 yen, but yeah, like a decent sized bulb of garlic, that can run between like 250 and 300 yen, pretty easy. I hate it. I hate it to death. Because I am a fan of the garlic. Is garlic common in Japanese food? Not... not so much, no. Like, not in straight up Japanese cooking, no. Oh, Chili Beans, how you doing? I was telling folks earlier, Jilly, I got this sweater, and this sweater is, like, it's mid to late 90s Midwest autumn in sweater form. And it is literally gender. I love it, and I am never fucking taking it off. It is! It is fabulous! It is the precise mood of that place in that period of time. It is the sweater equivalent... Oh fuck, I died. I died because I was too in love with my sweater. It is the sweater equivalent of Ruka Salt's American Thighs. And it ran me a hot 900 yen. Which is... I mean, how do you even... You can't even complain about that. We did get chumped though. I'm a little bit disappointed with that ending. But if we died there, we're probably gonna die against the boss. It's like we've got like 2 types of used shops here. And probably everywhere. Like you've got like the actual secondhand stores that are cheap, where you can get like a nice dress for $5, and then you've got the stores where it's like there's select shops where it's all secondhand, but everything is like $100, $200, and it's like, motherfucker, what? Like, yeah, this stuff is nice, but it's an army jacket, yo. You ain't gotta be charging like 9,000 yen for an army jacket. 'Cause I want to buy it. I can't go shopping at select shops though, 'cause like, either it's always way out of my price range, but also like the sizes are awful. Can't find nothing in my size, and I ain't even big. I am indulging in a cigarette again, so expect more jazzy tunes. Not as jazzy as the last one, unfortunately. I should also get some water, because my throat has been tore up. Doo, dooby doo. Surgeon General's warning. Hive! You sent that like a whole ass 30 minutes ago, and it's just been sitting there like a mine, waiting for me to stumble across it. I'm a fish. I have no clue how I obtained rank of general. Please help. It's fabulous, Hive. It's everything I wanted in a fish pun, but I was afraid to ask for. Like, no way the universe could be this kind to me. I also got yesterday. I got to the post office yesterday, and I hate to say this, but I'm probably not going to be able to send packages to the United States at the very least for the foreseeable future, because I sent a book to a friend. I mean, obviously I wouldn't send a book to just like a random person or somebody I hated. It was a friend, and it was the cheapest possible way to send it, and it was like 2,600 yen, and the book was not sizable. Like, the book was, I think, like half a kilo, not even that much. The shipping prices are jacked. It was going to cost 5,000 yen to send it, like, actually at some expedited rate. Like, the lady at the counter was like, do you want the fastest or do you want the cheapest? And I was like, well, I'd like this person to get this book with some amount of rapidity. So, like, what's the fastest going to run me? And they're like, yeah, 5,000 yen. And my face, like, I just did the gobsmacked face. And she was like, so how about the cheapest then? I was like, yeah, how about the cheapest? How about we do that one? Cactus Club has a new owner, and she's super into community. Last night I went to a book club meeting where a local org picks a book, and then we all talk about it. The book this month was about eviction in Milwaukee, and it fostered discussion about mutual aid and policy change. Cactus Club is cool again. Holy shit. I did not expect those words. I did not expect those words at all. Next, you're going to be saying, like, the annex is the new hip and happening place. And my brain meats are so scrambled that when I first started reading through this, Jilly, and the new owner, she's super into community, and I immediately thought that you meant the TV show. And I was like, is that good? Is that a happy thing? It was followed by a film screening about trans peeps in the 80s. No shit. Fucking hell. I did not ever think I would think that I would want to go back to Milwaukee, but you're kind of sort of making me want to go back to Milwaukee a little bit. And I feel some kind of ways about that. It's called Dressed in Blue, and it's from Spain. No shit. 6 seasons? Wait, there was a Community movie? There was 6 seasons of Community? I mean, I knew it was a thing that existed. I just didn't know... Time has no meaning, okay? The movie's finally getting made, I think. There's gonna be one. Wait, which movie? The movie about me moving to Milwaukee? Because that's like... Oh, okay. Apparently Community is recess for adults who want to watch Recess but live action. Then those adults are cowards. They could just freaking watch Recess. We live in a post-cringe era. I don't remember what show Recess was, and I immediately thought Hey Arnold, and that's not right. Because Hey Arnold is actually called Hey fucking Arnold. Catfish have over 27,000 taste buds. Humans, in comparison, have around 9,000 taste buds. Ow, 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 ow. They joke about every good time show getting 6 seasons in a movie. Gotcha. Disney Plus doesn't have all of it. More than half of it is in the Disney Vault. Wait, Recess? Disney owns Recess? I put recess into Google and it spits out recession. So, way to go, Google. You're on point tonight. And also like a bunch of shit about Evil Within and one of my old tweets, which I think doesn't exist anymore because that account is deactivated. I hope it doesn't exist anymore. That would make me feel pretty fucking salty. Oh good. Thank you. Thank you. It doesn't exist. That makes me happy. Now I need to, like, now I need to know what the hell recess looks like. Oh god, yeah, okay, I kind of remembered that. What the fuck is with Randall Weems? Who did the character design on this fucker? What the hell? I hate it. I hate it. I wish I hadn't checked. That child is a nightmare. That child is an absolute nightmare. Randall is the snitch. Randall's character design screams snitch. I hate him so much. I definitely had Recess and Hey Arnold confused though, because I was thinking about the big blokey kid from Hey Arnold, and he does not look anything like the big blokey kid from Recess, except for the fact that they're both big and blokey. The kid from Recess looks very good-natured though. Now I know that I've kind of been taking a break now because I was talking and having a cigarette, but I do need to attend to some bio. So I am going to take just a little bit longer and step away from the mic because, you know, you don't want to join me in the bathroom. That would be gross. I will leave. We've got both Hive and my brain is screaming to me Quill. Quill is not a mod yet. We've got both Hive and Kronos here. So chat is in very capable hands, but we will be back in just like a minute. Legs, why do I have them? I just get loading for this. Mod Quill for a good time seems like it should be written on a restroom stall, and I don't know how I feel about that, Hive. Mod me at your own risk. I don't know, Quill. I will learn how to allow and block words, and the fun will begin. I mean, you know, figure I know you well enough to trust ya. Well, that would be something to discuss we do have a third mod, but they never drop by because of scheduling. So, like, it wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea to transfer the mantle, but that's something we could talk about that. You want to know something fun? Sometimes I click allow for Automod to release people from jail, and Automod ignores me. What, why? I talk a big game, but I probably do nothing. That's because you're sweet. And I feel like you'd be worried about breaking something. And I don't think you could break anything, honestly. Nah. Nah. Are you saying I've misjudged character? I don't think I have. I might have done. I mean, I have in the past, but I'm getting in your head. I don't. I would totally worry about breaking stuff. Ma. It's a thing to consider. Allow it as a thing to consider. You talk about how much of a gremlin you'd be, and instead you'd just be letting Floppy and Alice out of Automod jail because Automod has a vent. Mood, though. Hive. Automod is a fucking bitch, honestly. I got feelings about Automod. Automod does seem to have a thing against Floppy and Alice, though. Don't know what that is. Shaking my head, robot mod. I know, right? Now, I'm not worried about robots taking over the world because, I mean, look at this shit. Look what we got. Why am I having another cigarette? I already had my cigarette, but I'm in fact having another cigarette. There's a part of my brain meets that every time sees SMH, they want to parse it as Smith. And I don't know why. I mean, yes, it does share letters with the name Smith, but there's no T in there. But it's like, oh yeah, Smith my head. Smith robot mod. Why though? Smith my head, my head. I've been hearing, I don't know if this is the straight dope or not, but I've been hearing that the Last of Us TV show is actually kind of good. Does that seem possible? I mean, it does have Pedro Pascal in it. And he does seem to do good work. Smith is what Smith would be named in a Game Boy game. I mean, you're not wrong. I have 10 friends watching it. Do you trust their opinions? Half of them because they think Pedro's hot. I mean, he's a handsome lad. I think it would be disingenuous for me to say that he were not a handsome lad. And he seems to relatively have a decent head on his shoulders. I mean, I do have a thing for zombies, though. I don't know why. You'd think I would be burned out on zombies, but, I could... I could go for some plant-based zombies, I think. You gotta head to bed? Quill, it was wonderful and lovely to have you in tonight. I do appreciate it. I'm glad that you're feeling a little bit better. I hope that your mood continues to improve. You know that things happen, and doesn't mean that you screwed up. I mean, technically, in certain senses it does, but it doesn't mean that this is like a permanent mark on your record that you can never move on from type of thing. Let's, I did miss a couple of things. Hive says it has evenly split the queer reviewer scene because half of them are like, I can't believe they ruined a complex gay character by altering the story and making him have an uncomplicated happy relationship that ends in awards baity mystery illness imagery. And the other half being like, I'm glad that the gays got to enjoy life with each other instead of it being unnecessarily mean about the relationship like the game, except for the mysterious illness and imagery. I mean, like, I don't know. The game is pretty shitty about Bill and Frank. I don't know if it makes it better that they have like the happy life together or not, like for the characters or whatever. But like, I mean, the whole fact of Bill being gay is kind of treated as an Easter egg / funny haha gay porn joke. So there's that. I loathe The Walking Dead, Alice. Like, I do not respect it as zombie media. I do not respect it as media. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm glad that you recognize that, Quill. Because sometimes our brain meats suck. They do. Marvelous machines that they be. Miracles. Honestly. But also they kind of suck sometimes, so... It's good to be able to kind of step back and say that. Does anybody care for spoilers for the video game show? I'm already spoiled on the Bill and Frank stuff. I don't particularly care, but... I will leave that to other folks in chat to decide where they want their boundaries to be. Doesn't respect the classics like checks notes, The Walking Dead Season 20 or something? I don't. Like, I read the first omnibus, and the first omnibus goes, I think, up to when the prison falls apart. And I was really done with it at that point. I was like, this is, yeah, we could see the arc of where this is heading, and I wasn't wrong at all. I did watch the show because I like, well, fudge, what's his name? Frank Dearmont? Is it Dearmont or Dearborn? It's Dearmont, isn't it? I like his work generally. He did work on the Blob, but I made it to, I think, season 4, and maybe bits and pieces after that, and it was just like, yeah, like, being live action didn't really make it any better. You get to that bit where like Action Mom has got to kill the kid because the kid has fed another kid to a zombie because the kid like believes that zombies are still alive or something, and it's all just like a harrowing scene about the characterization of Action Mom, and it was just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, I'm totally Darabont. Okay, so I fucked that up completely. My apologies, Mr. Darabont. That was rude and shitty of me. But like, I mean, he did work on the Blob. You can't turn your nose up at that. The Blob is so good. Even Kevin Dillon is good in the Blob, and that's shocking. Kevin Dillon's not good in anything. I somehow remembered his last name was Darabont while having him confused with William Friedkin. That's they're very different people. Wait, I don't want to be the I love Acrid, but I don't want to be. I don't even know how I did that. I don't either. I mean, I respect it, but it's still very confusing how that worked out. I am the Huntress. I am killinating the enemies. I gotta remember like how Huntress actually works in this game. She explodes, so that's not great. But we do have Bundle of Fireworks, and that is one of my favorite items. So it does give us an excuse to open shit up. Honestly, I should be done with zombie media, but I keep coming back to it. I'm trying to remember like the last good zombie thing I even watched. He was a script doctor on Saving Private Ryan, and now I want to know if he made the good part of the movie better or the rest of the movie as bad. What do you consider to be the good part of Saving Private Ryan? Is it the part where they shave Ryan's privates? Oh wait, no, that's a different movie. The Landing. Okay. That is like that is really the only part of that movie that needs to be watched. Although, like, it did give us the aging Matt Damon memes, and everybody loves the aging Matt Damon memes. The framing narrative is bland and manipulative, and the rest of the movie is boilerplate. Yes! Yes! Yes, it is! Boilerplate is a perfect way to describe that movie. Because it checks every fucking box. Oh, I got a goat hoof. Speaking of zombie, I found out that there's a French remake of One Cut of the Dead that's by the same guy that did The Artist, and it's... Hold on a second. It's actually not a remake, but kind of a weird sequel that is about doing a remake of the original movie in the setting and has characters from the original movie. The amount of what going on in my head right now, Alice, is frightening. That sounds like it can't be awesome. I was gonna say it sounds like it could be awesome, but I really don't. I don't know how that works. Cause like it feels like the whole thing that makes that movie work is that you don't necessarily know at any given time whether or not it's a movie or not. I've heard it does justify its existence. Oh, it does not justify its existence. That's very different. I hate that. That might be the last zombie movie that I think I could say I unironically enjoyed. I guess it's doing like a new Nightmare thing, but within the space of remakes and movies and stuff. Remakes of movies and stuff. I suppose. I mean, I don't begrudge the filmmakers trying to make their scratch, but Des has katsukari with tempura vegetables. That's a lot of oil. That's like a lot of oil. Be good from the director that gave us James Bond parody movie, but somehow more racist. I mean, that's kind of an achievement. I'm not saying it's a good achievement, but it is kind of an achievement. Oh, I bet it is, Des. Like, it sounds tasty as fuck. Excuse me. I mean, both movies do have zombies in them. Kind of. I mean, the bots kind of feel like a zombie analog. Fucking magma worm, why you gotta be here? The vegetables make it a bit healthier. Yes, let's say that. They do feel like zombies. Yes. I did not like the bots. That was a bit much for me, even if I understand the metaphor that they were going for. I am pressing X to doubt. Are you doubting my feelings about the bots, or my feelings, or Dez's suppositions about the curry? The bots do use loaded imagery. They do, and I really don't like that the fact that they introduced them in Japan. Like the first scene where we see the bots show up. Like I feel like there's like a lot going on there. Oh fudge. Wait, I leveled up and died at the same time? So that's the main thing I warned you about, that the bots were being iffy. You did, and you were 100% right to warn me about that. I want you to know that I bear you no animus. this was not a Hellraiser 2 situation. You actually did the good thing and, like, gave me a heads up. Yes! 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 Choices, as they say, were made. God dang it. This cough better just sit its ass down. I do not need to be coughing. I do need to be wheezing. But only if it's the wheezing that has the top hat. Because the wheezing that has the top hat is amazing. We respect a robber baron wheezing. Now, I believe that these enemies are supposed to be giving us items. We did get Cube of Meat, but Cube of Meat is not necessarily what we need. Did I? No, I guess I did not. Game, why you always gotta be like this with the teleporter? You always gotta be like this with the teleporter. If you wanted to explore remakes and stuff, you could also play Final Fantasy VII Revive, or whatever the R stands for, which has continuity ghosts who attack people who go off script. I'm trying to remember if I got far enough to see the continuity ghosts. I remember getting stuck in the... what's it called? The honeybee? The honey hive? Whatever. And my brain meats would not allow me to accept that I could not beat that freaking rhythm game. I mean, I could get past that section, but I couldn't get a perfect, or the top prize, whatever the fuck it was. And so I just refused to engage with it anymore and never played it again. I remember liking Final Fantasy VII well enough when it came out, but I don't know how much I would feel that it ages, how well I think it ages. Because, like, when I first played it, like, I played it when it first came out, and it felt like such a big jump from what was being done at the time that it was easy to overlook a lot of the rough edges. I do have to say that, like, I enjoyed what I played of the remake. It was purely my own BS that kept me from finishing it. Although I did not like the fact that they split it into like 4 games. I didn't like playing it and I especially didn't like watching it because I cannot stand any of the main characters except for Barrett and Tifa. That's 100% fair. You know, I was thinking about this and I don't know why. Wait, I do know why, because somebody had like a Vincent and Sephiroth like slash fan art. And I realized I cannot remember anything about Vincent. Except that he like turns into Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein's girl cock, I'm not sure. And maybe possibly also a werewolf? I never get spam emails. I mean, not cool ones. This is what happens when you live overseas. You miss out on all the fun stuff. Is this why you needed to buy the whole FF7 costume pack to get the Vincent costume in LBP1? I don't know why I bought the entire pack. I think there were like bits and pieces from all the costumes that I wanted. I know that I wanted to have Vincent's glove. I remember that very clearly. And I knew I wanted to have Cloud's sword and Sephiroth's sword. And I didn't realize it, but Tifa was totally goals, so, you know. Aerith rubs me especially wrong because I don't like girls who decide to make someone their project like she did with Cloud. That's fair. The Vincent Shooter? Is that what Dirge of Cerberus is? I remember that game coming out and like I had absolutely no interest in it. Is it on PS4? Is this something that we would actually play and enjoy, or is this something that we would hate play? Thinking about the beer place near me that has a door that, I am not joking, is painted with a traditional style of painting, and the image is the owner looking like Nolan's Batman Joker? What the fuck? Why though? Hate play. Okay, that'll have to be like a, Bisco has money rewards? I need to see the picture. Cause that sounds cursed. That sounds cursed as fuck. I gotta get those pictures of Dawn Pen up onto Tumblr. I'm still trying to think of like how I'm supposed to alt text them though. I mean, I know in a practical sense how one does alt text on Tumblr, but I don't know how to describe Don Quixote's mascot in a way that would make any sense to anybody. Alright, let me kill this clay man's and I will peep it. Okay, hold up a second. I hate that. I fucking hate that, Alice. What the? What? Wowzers and or Bowsers. That's a lot. That's just... Wow, I gotta share this with the class. Everybody needs to enjoy this. I can't hoard this to myself. Y'all need to see this because it is a mess. Alt text should be concise, 125 characters or 1 to 2 sentences max, like a summary. So describe what's important. You don't have to detail everything, just enough to understand the context. Okay, well, so because here's the thing, Des, is that the picture is of a blue cartoon penguin mascot wearing a Santa hat, but also looks very much like a goblin, has giant mismatched bulging eyes, human teeth, and looks like it's about to rip your kidney out and eat it and then laugh at you. And no, it's like, it's a really good, that's like actually really good advice on how to focus for alt text. Like, that's super useful, that's super helpful. The problem is that, like, the thing that I'm trying to describe is so fucking busy that, you know, like, you know? Why did, like, Twitch, why did you shift my screen like this? Why did you do this to me, Twitch? I hate you sometimes. It's a thing of beauty. Hive, it's a thing of beauty. Actually, like, how do I get this to go back the way it was? Like, this is weirdly scrolled down. Twitch, what did you do? I sent you some salves. I need some salves. Penguin mascot wearing a hat with bulging eyes and a huge mouth. That could be the alt text. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess alt text isn't supposed to be poetry, but it does lack a certain amount of poetry. I actually had to refresh Twitch because it was getting on my tits. I don't know why there'd be a Joker door in a beer place in northern rural Portugal. I mean, Alice, why wouldn't there be? I mean, it's chaos. What Des says. Okay. I'll give it a shot because, like, these pictures need to be shared. You need to know what is staring down at me from, like, every available spot in our shop, because our shop is clotted. Is fucking clotted with this thing. It is everywhere. Penguin mascot wearing a hat. The penguin has bulging eyes and human teeth. There's your alt text. I'm guessing I gotta go with that. I gotta go with that. That's actually really. I'm actually gonna. Hold on a second. I'm gonna copy paste that because that's like really good. Wait, where do I paste this so I don't lose it? When an eel has a maw with a pharyngeal jaw, that's amore. When the jaw is open wide and there's more jaws inside, that's amore. When it sulks in a reef and has 2 sets of teeth, that's amore. When it bites your thigh and you bleed out and die. I love it. Hive, I fucking love it. I've seen that before, but I love it every time. The one on top of it! Oh my god, that's great! You spoil me. You all spoil me so much. Should I put this in Google? Yeah. It doesn't bring up anything that looks like what I put in there, but at least it saves it, and that's the important thing. I'm shit at alt text. I hate it, like, because I really want to be, like, it's a thing I think is really important, and it's something that I want to do. And I freeze up, like, every fucking time. Part of the problem is, like, I do not know when to shut up. It is kind of an issue. Concision, not my middle name. My middle name is Victrola. But even if my middle name wasn't Victrola, concision would still not be it. I would not go with that. Okay, I need all of you to just not kill me anymore. That would be cool. Do you think we could work on that? I feel like we should work on that. Oh my god. There is so much of everything. Alt text is super hard. I am very bad at it, but as long as you distill the essence of the image into bite-sized chunk to provide context, that's good. Oh, fudge! I got styled upon! I hate it. The essence of the image from what you described is penguin with a hat, bulging eyes, human teeth? Neconavia's alt text? Hold on a moment. Like, I feel like if we're not careful, we're gonna get into, like, is ravioli a sandwich territory? But, could you expand upon this idea a little bit, Kronos? In what way is Neconavi alt text? I hate it. I hate it. Why you gotta be like this? This is why you make the big bucks, clearly. This is back to work for me. Lurk mode activated, so I won't hear much as this is on my phone. Then let me type that. Neconavi is all things good, and alt text is good. Ergo, it stands that Neconavi is alt text. Okay, okay, I can go with that. I'm happy with that. And mayonnaise is an instrument of savory flavoring. Is mayonnaise savory? I honestly don't know. I mean, I guess you could make mayonnaise savory, right? I'm about to say something cursed. Please do. Please do. Good Hive. Curse us. Okay, Alice, there's cursed and there's like, that's a little bit much. Oh no, the Hive, that's not cursed. Like, that's straight up. Mayonnaise is a food lubricant. Why does your mom hate food? Why does your mom hate food, Alice? I don't... Is your mom Japanese? Although I've never met anyone Japanese who puts mayonnaise in apples. That's a new one on me. She loves mayo too much. I mean, that's a love that's just gonna break your heart. You should have said food lube. Food lube would have been perfect. I would have respected you. Portuguese people really love mayo. Foob? Foob? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Foob. I can't believe... Now that's cursed. Foob is cursed. Wait, who's girl day? Who's girl DM? Is this a personality I should know? I don't keep up with all your Tumblrs. And your social medias and the whatnots. VTuber. Okay. Apparently mayonnaise-loving VTuber? Which are words that I never thought I would have to have come out of my mouth. And I don't really know how I feel about it. God. Alice, that's too much. Well, no. Let me rephrase that. That would be too much for me. It's a VTuber who loves mayo so much it's part of her lore? She's known for ripping off people's faces and loving mayo. Hold up a second here. Because one of these things is not like the other. One of these things does not belong. One of these things is socially acceptable. It's the ripping people's faces off thing. That part's okay. I shouldn't neg on mayo so much. It's okay, it's fine. I mostly use Twitter still, but because some people that I'm friends with are no longer on Twitter, I have to use other things to talk on them when they're online on Discord. Gotcha. Are you saying that I should encourage Mayo to make bad decisions, Kronos? Yeah, Mayo, you should totally hit on that girl in front of her boyfriend. Dude, you should do that. Mayo, do that. That's a great idea. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I could see how that might be a little bit disconcerting, Hive. Especially if they work in, like, accounts receivable. I don't think that you would want that person anywhere near vulnerable people who owe you money. You could wind up with, like, a lot of folks with no faces. I'm sorry, there should be a wisp. I was promised a wisp. Where's my wisp? We do like fun stories. We are fans. Am I hitting this wisp at all? There's probably too much chaff. I would like to kill this wisp. I'm just gonna sit here safely until the wisp is dead. I think I've already got the unlock for beating the wisp without taking damage, but now I'm not 100% sure if that is like take any damage or take damage from the wisp. Are you like just not gonna hit it? I did this achievement with a glass artifact. That's pretty fancy. Glass artifact is the one where it's double damage, half health. Since if the wisp hit me, I'd be dead anyways. That makes a lot of sense. That seems like a good way to go about it. Oh shit, we got a log? It's log, it's log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. They were in an Overwatch Discord, and there was an LFG channel where people would post looking for healer, please DM, so that they could get their team comps sorted for their matches. One day some dude posted girl DM, and it did psychic damage to the Discord and left so much of an impression on this lady that she elected to use it as a VTuber name. Okay. I was thinking like DM as in a dungeon master, but apparently I was incorrect. And this lass, she removes the faces from people because that's very respectable. I respect that. I also often wish to remove people's faces. I mean, if they're not going to wear their masks, they shouldn't be allowed to keep their faces. I did get to call, I think, just 2 people today selfish motherfuckers. So that was fun. I do need to be careful. That is what got me stitched up the last time. But, like, it's not wrong? Oh shit. I'm not sure if she still does after her re-debut. Oh, okay. I was reading that wrong because the line got split. But she definitely used to. Okay. She sounds exciting. I am playing First Vertical Reigns. Couldn't quite get the hang of this one when I tried. That's super fair. It is a bit of a pain in the ass. Oh well, now that's really neat. I like the sound of that an awful lot. Oh shit! Oh fudge! I'm not particularly good at the first Trisk Reigns, Claire. There's a couple of characters that sometimes I can play halfway decent, but everything tends to go south very quickly. Oh, I did. I got absolutely just wrecked. You lose health so quickly in this game is part of the problem. Fuck! What have you told the selfish motherfuckers? Wow, you're the most important person I met today. Can they fire you for snarky compliments? I mean, I think technically they could fire me for any reason they want to. There are no job protections, so. Well, I mean, technically there are job protections. I just don't think they're extended to me because I'm part-time. Technically part-time, even though I'm working a full 40 hours a week. But I do like lean really super heavy into the sarcastic politeness because that's super rude here. That's like super duper rude, and I've had people get in my grill about that. It's kind of fun. Usually old people. I got rocked. I got rocked so bad. I really need to like up my Kago game so that I could be even more rude while being even more polite. I don't know. I mean, it's like we're still in the you know, we're still like more people are wearing the masks and wearing them properly than are not, but the needle is definitely shifting. The government is making a lot more noise about just declaring COVID over, and nobody seems to know like what happens at that point, because the government's not super clear on whether or not that means that they're going to recommend people don't wear masks, or if that means that like they're only going to recommend masks for some places. We haven't heard anything from like corporate as to what our policy is going to be. So I'm just going to keep telling people to wear masks. Steadicam rig that compromises a GoPro strapped to the head of an alive chicken. What's a GoPro? I feel like I feel goofy asking, but I also remember that there is a bit in Biomega, like pretty early on, where the clearly fascist government is telling everybody to take their masks off and, you know, breathe in the plague that turns people into like biomutant zombie things, and it's clearly presented as so over the top as to be like satire. And I guess that we're just living in satire now. That's us. We just live in satire. Biomega is a hoot. Os Pyragon! Wait, I said that wrong again. Pyrogigon! Wonderful to see you tonight. I hope you're doing very well. It's a camera on the head. That, okay. I mean, we could... Is it the kind that's, like, pointed at the face? Biomega is really, really good, but it kind of goes off the rails in the 4th volume. It gets... I mean, it's not so much that it goes off the rails in the fact that it gets weird, although it definitely gets pretty fucking weird. But also, like, the art style shifts pretty heavily, and unfortunately it shifts away from what I really liked from Nihei. Blam is fabulous. I really, really like Blam. And when you mentioned that Signalis bears like clear resemblance to Blam character designs, it was like, oh yeah, of course. Like it didn't click the first couple of times because I've only seen like a couple of screenshots because I kind of want to keep myself in the dark. But when I looked back at the store page on the J-Side store, I was like, oh yeah, like that's super Blam style. Piro says, no, I think it's just a camera that you wear. Okay. It still would be neat on a chicken. Isn't that the same for all his non-Blam manga? Oh, Jilly Beans, take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay warm. I think it's still probably pretty cold over there. Abata stays... If you're talking about the art style shifts, Abata stays pretty steady, but it's only 2 volumes. Abata is gorgeous, by the way. Abata is absolutely fucking gorgeous. It is amazing. Just from a purely technical art standpoint, it's like a pretty fun story. I did enjoy it, but artistically speaking, it's up there. I didn't read enough of Knights of Sidonia to really say if there was a shift. Blam mostly works because of its decompressed nature. When there's lots of plots, it goes off the... Yes, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. And it might say... That might speak to why Abata works. Because Abata is only the 2 volumes. Also, Viz put out a very nice hardcover full color. I think the whole book is full color. Let me quick check. I don't think it's just the splash pages at the beginning. I think it's the whole thing. I've got it here right in front of me. I think they could have done... Okay, so I was wrong. The entire book is not full color. It does have color splash. But it is a large hardcover translated copy of Abata, and it's super cool. There's head explodey in this. You got bio horror dripping, oozing from every pore. People turning into bug-like things. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. It's the good stuff. Piero, you kind of caught us like right in the middle of a thing. How are you doing? I hope that you're doing well. I hope that life is being kind to you, is not giving you any more stress than you feel like you can deal with. If you feel just like lurking, by all means, please do. But it's always lovely to have you in chat. I want to read Biomeat. What is Biomeat? Hold on a second. One of the largest industrial platforms in the Israeli food tech industry, BioMe provides a wealth of opportunities for the investor, aiming to profit from something, something, something? That doesn't seem right. Oh, okay, manga. I should have put manga in there. Not Wikipedia. No, thank you. Manga. Ooh, I don't know about those faces. I'm not a fan of these faces. Although some of the creature designs do look pretty good. I gotta give it that. Yeah, I could give this a look-see. I'm not super sold on the character designs, but Biomeat is a horror manga about lab-grown meat organisms designed to eat anything that are used to eat waste and feed humanity, deciding that since they can eat anything, they could just eat everything. Okay. So they decide to eat people? I'm guessing? That seems like the natural progression here. Good for him. You know, if I were a bioengineered beastie and was expected to just eat trash all the time, I might kind of feel like maybe taking a bit of a nibble. The people. Always forget about the people. They decide to eat people, eat their way out of containment, and then eat people. Meat is already people. I mean, you're not wrong, technically. I mean, you're in fact, you're absolutely 100% correct, but is the biomeat people, or is the biomeat not people? Is that the twist? Is the twist that the biomeat was originally people? I don't know if they talk about how good it tastes. All I remember is that the twist in Soylent Green isn't that Soylent Green was people, because that was in all the marketing material. The movie's, it's okay. It's very 70s. It's very Charlton Heston. It is definitely of a piece with Omega Man. But I would say that it is not worth a watch. If only for the history. Wait, what? I thought, why are you saying it like that? It clearly reads Piople. Does he go deathwise on people? That's a different one. And I think you mean Death Wish, but I bet that Charlton Heston would go Death Wish on people, like the actual Charlton Heston. I hate that Charlton Heston is in John Carpenter's In the Mouth and is actually fabulous in it. I think I did, honestly. Give me a second. Let me scroll back up there, Kronos. I remember when I first read and heard the word people. Oh, okay, I got it. I gotcha. I thought you were talking about the way that I was saying it. I mean, I know I say things funny sometimes, and not on purpose, but I think I got that one down. Wait, no, Hive, I thought the twist of Soylent Green was that there's no more oceans. Isn't that the thing? That the populace doesn't realize that the oceans have dried up? God, now I wonder if I'm completely misremembering this movie? Yeah, it is, but what I said actually happened. Wait, like the actual product Soylent Green? Because there is a product called Soylent Green. I mean, in the real world, not in the movie world. I've somehow seen all of the Death Wish movies because my dad likes them, and thought showing his 12-year-old kid those movies is a good idea. I mean, yeah, I've been there. I'm actually kind of surprised that what my parents would let me watch and wouldn't let me watch. Cause well, that's right, we got the log. We gotta check that before the stream was over. I remember they wouldn't let me watch any Vietnam movies. And it's kind of funny that they let me watch Aliens so much, because Aliens is basically just a Vietnam movie. A meal replacement drink, and it poisoned people because the people making it were useless tech bros. So, I mean, like, redundancy though. Oh baby, give me the mortars. I would like all of your mortars. All of them. Not just a couple of them, all of them. Dang, we killed that wisp in like 2 hits. Why do they keep on giving me the fuzzy dice? I can't do anything with them. Police Academy is terrible. I loved it as a child, but it is so bad. Even if Michael Winslow is amazing, here's the thing. Where is it? The sequels are worse. Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna get any disagreement with me on that point. And there are like 5 billion sequels. There are so many sequels. I think I got up to 4 before I tapped out. Isn't there? Don't they go to Russia for one of them? Like, I feel like that was a thing. The TV cartoon was unwatchable. And I would watch almost any fucking thing. Like, if it was a cartoon, I would probably sit down with it as a kid. And I could not watch Police Academy. It was just trash. I mean, it did at least, it did put some money in Bobcat Goldthwait's account. Although, without Police Academy, do we get Shakes the Clown? And is that a better world or a worse one? Because Shakes the Clown is kind of a lot. This is such a good track. Yo, this track is fire. Hive says my parents didn't let me watch much. I got to see the Jurassic Park movie and Top Gun because my brother loves Top Gun, and my parents decided that means I have to watch it too. But an example of something I wasn't allowed to watch as a kid is The Simpsons. Okay, we got wrecked. I hate that. Your parents wouldn't let you watch The Simpsons. I mean, it probably wasn't the worst decision, but it does seem a bit odd. I do wonder if Chris will use the Risk Rain 1 tracks or slightly remaster them. Imagine he lean more towards the former. Yeah, you don't think he'd like to tweak around with them a little bit? I mean, that's kind of what he did for Risk Rain 2. I would love to get just new music from Chris Dulu. Chris Dulu? Did we figure that it was Dulu? I feel like that was a thing that we figured out years ago. And I feel like, Alice, you're the one who told us how to pronounce this correctly. That may not be true. My memory might be wrong, but I kind of feel like that was the thing. It's itching at the back of my brain. I'm pretty sure there will be new tracks. I'm just wondering if he's going to touch up the existing ones. That's fair. I swear, like, everything that man touches turns to gold. Musically. I don't know what his life is like. Hopefully his life is as blessed as his music is. I don't know anything about him, so I will just assume the best. I would like to assume the best to people I don't know anything about. Like I don't think there's anything that he's done that I haven't liked. The hardest was Deadbolt, and that was just because it was so different from Risk of Rain. But after I listened to it a couple times, like, yeah, it's good. Deadbolt's great. I mean, the soundtrack is great. The game didn't interest me at all, but this is like a really awkward time because we don't really have enough time to do another good run. Albie changes nothing on the existing OST. Those tracks are basically perfect. But what if Ludo, what if he adds new tracks into the track list? What if we get the existing OST plus some new stuff? New tracks or remixes I will accept. Fair enough. Ludo, how you doing? It is wonderful to see you. I hope that you are exceptionally healthy and happy, and filled with the lack of stress, which is the opposite of being filled with something. But what about Nightcore versions? This is gonna sound like me being old, because I am, but I don't know what Nightcore is. And I hate that for me, but I don't. I would like to look at the monster log, thank you. It's been up and down, but I'm doing pretty okay right now. Had a lovely stream. It's been wonderful. Been pretty productive on things I don't necessarily need to be productive on, but like I'm still glad that I got them done. Yeah, life is relatively stable, although get this, so I'm renewing my contract for my apartment, or at least I got a notice that I needed to renew my contract for the apartment, and they're like charging me a 12,000 yen renewal fee. Like, at least they're not increasing my rent, but seriously? Fucking hell? So this upcoming month's rent is gonna be like 63,000 yen? Something like that? It's gonna suck. Ludo says it's just chipmunk editions of songs for people who have for people who order uppers online. I mean, I did put on the YouTube channel that double speed version of Room of Angel, and it's pretty funny, actually. And I don't like actually order any I don't order any uppers online, so it does suck, Ludo, and I hate it. They should be thanking you for renewing, not charging. You're literally paying them. Piero, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, this is the first time this has ever happened, too. Because every other apartment I've been in Japan, it's just been an automatic renewal. And one thing that I will say about renting in Japan versus renting in the States is I have never had a rent increase in the almost 20 years I've lived here. Now I've never had a rent decrease either. Even if other units in the building have rented for less than what I paid for mine, or I was paying for mine at the time, but like I've never had the rent go up. But this is the first time that the renewal wasn't just like an automatic thing, and it's the first time I've been charged anything like fancy, you know, like a renewal fee. So not happy about that. Alice says every day here has been like 5 degrees negative 5 degrees Celsius, and it sucks. That fucking sucks. That is cold, yo. I hate that. I hate everything about that. I think the coldest it's been here has been -1. And that's usually just in the morning. And then it starts to warm up throughout the day. I think I'm gonna have one last cigarette, and then we might start to put a little bit of a bow on things, but yeah, I don't like that. That's chilly and a half. Pay us for the privilege to pay us for the privilege of staying here. They should just pay us, Hive. Honestly, I'm done with this capitalism thing. I've been done with it. It ain't helping nobody. Sure as hell ain't helping me. Hive is heading off to sleep. I'm gonna be wrapping things up soon myself, Hive, so thank you so much for dropping by tonight. As always, thank you for being one of the bestest mods. Kronos, also thank you for being one of the bestest mods. You're both the bestest mod. But sleep well. Sleep well and only good dreams. Reject capitalism, return to lowercase letters. I never capitalized the first letter of my name. I don't think it warrants it. Alice, that doesn't sound like a joke. That just sounds like the truth. Wait, Ludo, how cold is Switzerland? If Portugal's colder than Switzerland, because that don't sound right. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I don't disbelieve you. It just seems weird. $7 degrees Celsius here yesterday. Holy shit. That's kind of toasty, yeah? Kronos, I fucking hate that for you. I am so sorry. That is awful. That's what you get for living in the sticks, though. You're in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing to block the wind. You need to get yourself in the middle of a nice city with big windbreaks, like a dome. If you could live in a dome, then you would be warm right now. But alas, you do not. Oh shit! Is your province gonna be the next Vancouver? Is everything gonna be there now? I know that you've mentioned the name of your province in chat before, but I am trying to avoid it just to be on the safe side. I don't want to accidentally dox you. Not that I think anybody would be out there like writing down the personal deets of anybody in this chat, but you know, it's always better safe than sorry, I suppose. I can't describe how surreal it is that one of the areas in the show is the same place I went to for Pokemon Go. Did you catch something there? Because then you could point to the screen and be like, that's where I got the fucking Chansey. Although I guess it would have to be like a plant-based Pokemon. Like Parasect. Tell me that you caught a Parasect. Oh, it was for Zapdos. That sucks. Zapdos sucks. Now, if it was for a Parasect, that would be pretty good. You could have predicted Toulouse coming to your province. Ah, fudge. Well, we are getting close to the end of the stream. So let me start to put the ribbon on. Tomorrow night's gonna be Little Big Planet create mode and community levels. Not as much create mode as we did the last couple of weeks because I'm not like actively working on the level build yet. I'm just doing kind of like detail work to get the idea engine running. But we'll poke around with that. We'll do some community levels. And next week is going to be just random stuff. And the 20th, we're aiming for the 20th as a start for Signalis. So that should be exciting. It'll give me enough time to look up content warnings because I'm pretty sure that Signalis is going to need some pretty good content warnings. It feels like that kind of game. So we'll look forward to that. But it should be exciting because, as Alice told us last time, Signalis is sci-fi king in yellow, but lesbians. And honestly, you couldn't. That's a media product lab grown for me. So I'm quite excited. But that does pretty much bring us to the end of tonight's stream. Everyone, as always, please be taking care of yourselves. Make sure you're getting your water, your electrolytes. Try to get a meal in, just one at least. Hopefully more than one. Ludo, it was lovely seeing you, even if it was just for the end. But we always love having you. I'm going to listen to your podcast tomorrow. I got it on the queue. If you got medications, try to be taking your medications as close to schedule as possible. Unless you are giving the medications to a cat, in which case, give yourself a little bit of grace, because that's kind of tough. And remember, as always, that there are a lot of folks out there who are rooting for you, who want you to have your best life. I am only one of those folks, but there are a lot of others out there. And that pretty much does it. So, from me, Yusuko, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you. Arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.